This is Kieran and Neil Walton. Neil is Neil, I'll let you introduce yourself in a wee second. I'm Kieran. I'm working on the Fulch Ireland Business Mentoring Programme. I'm here with Neil Walton. Neil's of Voya Seaweed Baths, and we're just having a chat really about the business. So I'm going to focus back on Neil. Neil, maybe we've been having a good chat this morning, but we're just interested in finding out again, if you wouldn't mind, just tell me a bit of the background to the project and where the project is at today, and maybe what plans you have for the future of the project.
Okay, thanks a million, Kieran. The concept or the idea came about in the mid-90s. I used to compete a lot in triathlons.
Sure, yeah.
And I found old seaweed baths then growing very effective for recovery. So I decided to research the seaweed baths. I knew it wasn't an old wives' tale.
Right, yeah.
Change the pH of your blood to slightly alkaline, which improve the buffer system of your body to get rid of lactic acid.
Right.
Also, which is very important, you're absorbing a lot of vitamin and minerals from both the seaweed and the seawater that you're expending while you're training quite hard.
Sure.
So you're getting a double whammy. And the iodine from the seaweed is helping your hypothalamus gland, which regulates all your hormones.
Okay.
So it did work, and that gave me the confidence and the motivation to set up seaweed baths in Strandhill, which we did in June 2000. We started with 12,000 people, now we're over 30,000 people a year, which is great. We've all different groups of people, and that's what we wanted from the beginning. You'd have your youngest customer at 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, for bad infant eczema, which has helped.
Wow.
And then your oldest customer, which was 97, he's a farmer that used the original seaweed baths, and he's still coming to us.
Fantastic.
To this day. I think he's touching 99 at the moment.
And how far did they come from? I mean, you mentioned 30,000 in a year. That's quite a lot. How far did they come from?
Well, they come from all around the world to see us. We've had stories where people casually talk about it, either in a train or a bus. They knew they were going to come to Ireland someday. Once they arrived to Dublin, they make a day trip down to us to Strandhill. But we'd have our indigenous market, like people from Cork might hop up for a day, which I find very bizarre, for a seaweed bath, and then go back that day, which is a bloody long day. But there you go, it's happened before, and it continues to happen, you know, which is great. And again, as I said, the market's very diverse, from old age pensioners to children, but we actually have a lot of special needs groups. The interesting thing about the seaweed baths, it's the only water solution that will relax their muscles and open up. They don't do it in a hydrotherapy pool. Doctors don't know why it happens, but it does happen. Okay. And we're delighted because of that. We've also a lot of referrals from gynecologists for ladies that are in the last trimester. Sure. The feedback that we're getting is fantastic for relieving labour pain. It's a lot easier. Okay.
And in terms of then, in terms of the futures, let's say over the next 3 years, I mean, what plans do you have for the seaweed baths?
Well, we want to develop and expand seaweed baths because a lot of times we're at capacity. So we want to keep with our core concept, keeping it real and keeping it organic and natural. And we're not going to change from that, you know. Okay. So our therapists are flat out all the time. So we want to create more treatment rooms, probably relaxation area, but expand also on the baths. Okay. Which we need to do. And
in terms of, let's say, I mean, I've come up from Belfast today, from County Down. Say, do you offer packages then?
We would do packages, but that's something that we really need to work on, because that seems to be something that people want now. So we've never had to do it before, but I think that's something that we're going to concentrate on. Yeah,
you mentioned earlier in the chat there about the holistic end of things, and the fact that you're a triathlete, and I'm a novice triathlete myself, but I mean, do you find more sports participants coming to you and extolling the benefits of the seaweed baths? Yeah,
we'd find that fantastic now at the moment, because all our therapists have at least 10 years of experience, so they're not going to just tickle your skin, and they'll have a very strong knowledge of anatomy and physiology. Sure. So they can work out the muscles of even athletes that have concrete legs, you know, which seems to be a lot at the moment, you know. People don't know how to look after themselves. No. But all our therapists, I'd say they'll have 50-60% at least athletes. And we have a lot of sports stars that will come to us as well. Obviously we have to keep that private.
Sure.
But there is a lot to come to us. So if it's okay for Olympic or professional athletes, it's okay for.
I'm actually intrigued. I'm sorry that I haven't had the opportunity to visit the baths. I hope to shortly.
Yeah.
And really looking forward. You were telling me you're going to launch a new website, so it's your site at the moment is, you have two sites, voya.ie and voyaseaweedbaths.com.
We have a second company which is certified organic seaweed retail and spa products.
Sure.
It's the biggest and only certified organic seaweed based products in the world at the moment, and it's grown by around 33-35% every year, even in a recession. And then the Voya Seaweed Baths.com concentrates on the seaweed baths and spa in Sligo, and the Voya.ie concentrates on basically worldwide.
And in terms of your expansion of the seaweed bath concept, I know in our earlier discussion that we had, you were considering possibly other sites, but I gather now you're going to focus your efforts on Strandhill.
Yeah, we were looking at other sites around Ireland, and obviously when you try and build and develop, it's very expensive, time consuming, and from one thing after another it just didn't work out in the past. But I have a lot of motivation and desire now to expand the concept of what we are doing here, because I'd humbly like to think it's also been a great benefit to people as well, a healing benefit, and I'd like to expand on that. It's not so much from a monetary side of thing, it's more kind of a desire and a motivation to develop that and see what our potential is, because I don't think we're hitting our potential, and other people would say we are, but I actually feel that we have a lot more left in us.
Okay, well listen Neil, thank you very much for that. I'm looking forward to getting my opportunity to go down to the seaweed baths in the next month, and I wish you well with the project. Thanks again. Thank you.
Cheers.